Well, hey guys, Zach here, the high school pastor here at Eastview, and just want to take just a couple minutes here to encourage you with a Devo today, all about respect. And as you're an athlete playing travel sports, it's important to respect everyone around you, talking to your teammates, your coaches, the other team. And it's an important part living in God's kingdom and representing Him. I want to read real quick passage from First Peter chapter 2, verse 17. It says, respect everyone and love the family of believers. Quick story for you guys. I remember back when I was, I think around grade school, late grade school age, maybe fourth, fifth grade, I was playing in a league here in Bloomington Normal, and I remember it was a really close game. It was a basketball game, and we ended up losing on a last second buzzer beater. And I remember being so upset and so distraught that I chose to just go and sit myself on the bench and put my face in my hands and not shake the other team's hands. And all of that got done, and I just remember skipping that, and my dad just slowly walking over to me, and he sits down next to me, and I'm ready to hear it. Like, hey, why? Like, really upset with you for not being a good sport, and that's not exactly the direction he took. He sat down next to me, and he basically said, "Hey, I'm disappointed in you." And I'm like, "I know where this is going." And he says, "Actually, I'm most disappointed because everyone on this team knows that you go to church, and here you are, being the one that's not respecting the other team, and your witness is greatly affecting this situation. Because think of the witness that you're being to your teammates as you are a Jesus follower and you're not being a good sport, and everyone else is. And there's a lot of people on my team that didn't go to church, and that moment really woke me up to this idea that, man, we need to respect everyone, regardless of how the game is going, regardless of how well or how poorly we're doing. What does it look like to respect others? Ultimately, because it means what kind of witness are you going to be to both your teammates, to your coaches, and to the other team. And so in everything you do in sports, man, respect goes such a long way because everyone is watching. They're watching how you talk to the coaches. They're watching how you interact with the other team. And they're watching how you interact with your teammates. One more story for you guys. This is a better example from my life of playing sports. But I remember on my travel team, the thing that I actually got teased about a lot was the fact that I didn't cuss. I had made a decision as a Jesus follower and being around guys that would cuss all the time that I didn't want to do that. I wanted my mouth to be respectful, both to my coaches, but most importantly to God. And I remember at first I would get teased a lot. Like my teammates would try and get me to cuss, especially when things were not going well and I made a bad play. They're like, just say a bad word, get it out. But I wouldn't. But what I noticed is over time, my teammates knew I didn't cuss, and they started watching what they would say around me. So they would maybe accidentally slip up and cuss, and they would be like, "Oops, sorry, Zach. I shouldn't have said that." And it was interesting to see how my respect for the Lord and choosing not to use bad language ended up being a great witness and actually was impacting the way that my teammates lived. And so that's my encouragement for you guys today. In everything you do in sports, do it with a level of respect for everyone around you because you have no idea how God will use it for His kingdom.